The images are still fresh, cleanup efforts ongoing, and the economic toll still being assessed. There is no way to fully prepare for a once-in-a-lifetime flooding event like the one we had earlier this year, but the wake-up call came long before the Arkansas River overflooded. Tonight, and only on Fox 16, Kevin Kelly examines a breach in the system that is in dire need of attention, accountability, and costly repairs.
Images of failed levees, nothing new in the natural state. Neither is the conversation that invariably follows every major flooding event.
A lot of the levees, we don't even know who owns them, where they are.
That comment made back in 2015 after a swollen Arkansas River breached a levee in Perry County. Fast forward, shortly after last month's historic floods.
They have not been maintained for a long time to the level of maintenance that needs to be done.
And the message hasn't changed.
I know our levees in our area is in bad shape, needs a lot of work, takes a lot of money.
In April of 2017, 35 of the state's 66 levee systems were rated unacceptable by the Army Corps of Engineers, meaning they had serious deficiencies that needed immediate repairs. 2 years later, hardly anything has changed.
How can that happen, though? I mean, where's the accountability? Who's responsible for that?
Well, those are all questions that I began asking in 15 and 16.
Long breach right here.
In 2015, the Perry County levee failed miserably, resulting in major damage and evacuations in both Bigelow and Toadsuck.
Water was so forceful in those areas, it didn't just like uproot and tossle a few trees. It laid down sections of trees that looked like straight line wind.
Turns out, the same levee breached back in 1990, but had never been fixed.
Nobody claimed that they had responsibility, not the county, not the state, not the Corps, not anyone.
So in 2016, Senator Rapert successfully passed a bill giving county judges authority to appoint members to levee boards and requiring county clerks to send levee district reports annually to the Natural Resources Commission. The goal, to create a solid inventory of levees in the state and their current conditions.
How effective has it been?
Well, we're finding out that there are many levees that are not in compliance.
Of the 93 known levees in the state, only 35 county clerks followed the law and submitted reports to the Natural Resources Commission. Those that didn't are now out of compliance and could be fined up to $1,000 and denied grant money for much-needed repairs.
Do you know if anyone has been fined?
No, but that has not been brought to our attention.
And the historic flood calls for a historic response.
A levee task force is now responsible for shoring up the major cracks in a failed system that has been ignored far too long. Over the next 5 months, the task force has been instructed to find ways to improve relations with the Army Corps of Engineers, locate weaknesses in the levee system, review current laws, and find a steady stream of revenue to fund maintenance and repairs of all levees.
It's going to take a lot of work and a lot of time by this task force, but I think we can come up with some solutions.
A daunting task, but one that must be done to avoid or at least minimize the damage, heartache, and financial toll that will come the next time a major flood strikes.
Where the money will come from to make the necessary repairs and required maintenance is unclear, but most members of the task force believe it will require both federal and state funding. They also agree that a uniform set of rules and guidelines must be established and followed by all levee districts around the state. And the task force is required to submit its recommendations to the governor by December 31st. For more information on the Army Corps of Engineers, the Arkansas Natural Resources Commission, and the ADEM, visit our website, fox16.com.